All right, hello Cancer. Welcome to our first weekend reading on this channel. Thank you so much for happening across this video and joining us. This is going to be our first weekend reading, and next week will be our first weekly reading, and next month in June will be our first monthly reading, which will be more substantive than this one. So if this resonates at all with you, please subscribe. Here at Three Rabbit Tarot, we're hoping to kind of merge our interest in history, psychology, philosophy, and film in order to create like new and unique videos in the tarot community. So kind of bear with us while we get started. We're going to be pulling 3 cards for you for this weekend. Our first card is going to be in your area of general energies. Our second card is going to be any obstacles that you're overcoming this weekend, and it doesn't have to be something big, major, life-changing. It's the weekend, so hopefully there's nothing too dramatic this weekend for you. And our last one is going to be any solution to that problem. So let's see here. Your general energy, we have the 3 of Cups, so kind of like celebration, especially with like a multitude of friends and accomplices. Yeah, it's like a pretty good energy that you're carrying into the weekend. Maybe you're, definitely like partying with people. And your problem this week or this weekend is the Chariot card. And finally, in our area of solutions, we have the 9 of Swords. So I'm choosing to read intuitively. I don't want to stick too much to just like giving you like the meaning of the card or whatever. So we're gonna switch things around a little bit here. As far as like the 3 of Cups goes for your general energy, I feel that you're definitely in a time of celebration this weekend. You're definitely celebrating some major victory that you've had recently. I think a lot of people right now are kind of wrapping up with their final semester, so it could be that. It could just be just relief, But I know it's like here with like the Chariot card, we have him moving forward. But another thing with the Chariot card, he has a lot of, I think like right now you might be graduating. You might have like, and I think that's definitely what I'm getting here. I think that you've graduated and that you're kind of like weighing up your future. And you feel like you have like all this freedom in the world, but in some ways, and it's not just because of your college experience, but it could just be because you're forcing yourself into like the real world of like finding some kind of job, especially right now in a situation as like disastrous as the post-pandemic landscape. I think that you could be trying to find some kind of job and you have like a lot of this freedom and forward energy, but at the same time you're feeling very restrained. And you can kind of see here how the Chariot card, if it focuses, the Chariot card, he's kind of like almost blending in to his chariot. And his chariot doesn't look very what you would imagine, like some kind of like wooden, very natural chariot. It looks like it's made out of stone. So I think that this is you feel like you have some kind of freedom, but don't revel too hard because you're kind of almost being calcified by some kind of situation around you. And I think that this is rendering a lot of dread for you. This is like a lot of like internal anguish. And being a solution to this problem, I think that it's kind of telling you, okay, look, be happy, celebratory that you've overcome some big obstacle, but don't feel as though, you need to keep on like focusing on like, oh, I've turned in like all these assignments, I've gotten good grades, I have great references, so that's all that I need to find a job. You still need to be flexible. And I think that that's what that's telling you with this cards here. You kind of need to turn back into yourself and find a real way forward. With this Chariot card, he's being pulled in 2 different directions by those sphinxes at the bottom. And I think that that's like your inner turmoil right now. You're kind of being, you're considering all your options. You're just like weighing everything up. So I think like this weekend, yeah, you're definitely partying to kind of, with like a lot of people, you're celebrating, but at the back of your mind, you have like a lot of anguish about your future. So I'd say rather than escaping from that anguish, I'd say give into it a little bit, because the only way that you're going to find a path forward is if you kind of push through that pain. So having like these like sleepless nights where you have like this anguish and oppression, it can sometimes be okay because it's like helping you actually find like a new pathway forward. So don't turn away from that so much, or else you're going to find yourself calcified to your chariot. So thank you so much for joining us. If this resonated at all with you, please subscribe and hit the notification bell.